Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Darian Isaac here, joined with my model Nye. In this video, I promised you guys that I would get a deeper skin or more brown skin toned model to demo some glam on. So let's jump right in. This is going to be more of a soft, mid full. I don't know, you guys. Let's just jump right in. I went in with the Milk Makeup Prep and Set Mist just to get things started and get her skin nice and hydrated. Follow that up with the K-Skin Lip Balm, super moisturizing. I've been loving that here for the winter season. Then I'm going to go in with this Mugwort Essence. I came across this product on TikTok. I like it for my skin personally, and as most of you know, I'm going to use a lot of products on my clients that I've used personally just because I know how they use and how they wear underneath makeup or anything like that. So this is the Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm. And then I'm going to go in with the Ilia Face Milk. I absolutely love this product. It works great on its own as a moisturizer, but I love working this underneath the makeup just to get the skin nice and hydrated. It even acts as a primer for combination oily skin. But here we are going in with the Danusera. This is their eye cream. I really love this brand. Shout outs to them. Now this eye cream is super hydrating. It works well underneath the eyes to fill in those fine lines, kind of plump up the area and get it ready for concealer, powder, all that color corrector and coverage we're going to add later on. Now, Nye obviously does not need a lot of coverage, you guys. That's really not what this video is all about. As we go in with the Blur Balm Universal Radiant from Danessa Myricks. Love this product she just launched, and her water powder serum. But now, I was saying, this is obviously not the video where we're learning how to cover any acne or dark spots or anything like that. Nye has an absolutely beautiful canvas, and I just thought, like I said in the beginning of the video, I promised you guys skin work on deeper skin. So throughout the video you will definitely see the skin work, and then we'll jump into kind of more of the glam portion where we'll add a little bit more makeup, and then we also do eyes in this video as well. So I'm going to start off on the eyes using the actually this is not elf brow glue. This is the Ardell Beauty brow glue. I just realized I have it typed out on the screen as elf, but I'm going to change it before we upload the video. But yeah, that is the Ardell brow glue. It works well for brow lamination. And Morphe actually just launched some new concealers and color correctors. They sent this over in PR, and I was like, oh, okay. First of all, thank you so much, Morphe, for sending this over. I'm not sure how you guys got my address, but it's okay. But I said, you know what, let's give it a whirl in this video and let's try them out. I love the texture of these concealers. They do remind me of the Huda Beauty ones just a little bit. Morphe, I see what you did there. But these shades are absolutely beautiful, super thin. I typically love a cream color corrector, so those are going to be thinner than a cream. So I absolutely love how thin and lightweight that they are compared to that. I'm going in with two of the deeper shades of concealer that literally melt into the back of my hand, but I'm going to use that today to start adding structure and definition into the base. This is we're actually going to underpaint. One of my favorite techniques to use during glam or for glam. Whenever I get to underpaint, it just really allows me to sneak in all of my favorite tones and colors so that it really shines through the makeup by the end. So that's what we're doing here, adding some structure with these concealers, and as y'all can see, they work beautifully. I absolutely love the payoff. A lot of brands have actually been doing a lot better as far as the undertones and the the shades that are available for deeper, complexions. I love being able to do techniques like this on deeper skins as well, deeper skin tone as well, especially since we have products that, work. Before, maybe even back in the day, I probably wouldn't have tried to underpaint on deeper complexion just because, we didn't have a lot of products that we could trust, just that simple. All right, so I'm going in to all of the areas that I would typically add structure and definition. I'm using those Morphe concealer shades that I blended together, and as y'all can see, I'm just literally going into the crease to begin eyeshadow as well. And we could have stopped here. I would have been satisfied from here. We're gonna, continue things further. Like I said, I like to underpaint if I do get the opportunity. These are some Milk Makeup blushes. I'm gonna use these to, add a little bit of flush underneath the makeup. They ended up not, having the payoff that I wanted. So you'll see me go in here with some cream blush just to kind of, give me the payoff that I wanted, for the makeup. Now, I absolutely love this. Maybe on more of a skin work or skin like day, but I had decided as soon as Nye sat in the chair that we were doing full glam, I looked at her page and I was like, wow, I've never given you a Darian Isaac, full glam or glam beat at least. And that is literally what this video is all about. Just kind of, showcasing my work on deeper skin complexion. And yeah, so you guys see how it's a great, beautiful flush, natural flush. Like if I wanted more of a natural vibe, this looks absolutely beautiful. Shout outs to Milk Makeup, by the way. But I want a little bit more payoff, so we're gonna go in with the Made by Mitchell. This is his curve case, I believe. Maybe the second one for medium to deep complexions. I could be wrong, don't quote me, or the deeper one. But you guys see now, especially since we're going to veil over some foundation, she obviously is going to get some concealer applied as well, and even a little bit of color corrector. So I just think that tone of blush is just more appropriate for today's glam instead of more of a skin like blush finish. So that's pretty much why we went in with that. Makeup is you're the artist, you literally have all of the space to create, especially when, on days like this when I have Nye in my chair. We're not really pressured for a carpet or anything like that. I just love, being able to just sit down and play with makeup, try some new techniques and see what works. Right now we're going in with just a little bit of, I didn't quite like the color corrector that Morphe gave. So we went in with a little bit from William Tuttle just to make sure that we were on the safe side, because I am taking nice pictures today. She obviously looks beautiful on camera, but I wanted to be on the safe side. So here I went in and I added just a little bit of color corrector from William Tuttle before going in to conceal her eyes with more of the Morphe concealer shades. If you guys are interested in shade names, please let me know. I've been getting a little bit comfortable not putting them in videos, but if you guys would like full shade names, descriptions, and all of that, just simply let me know. I'm really good at doing that on Instagram or if I post on TikTok, just because I know some people are able to reference skin on the camera to their own and, really match it up well. I know I can do that. So you guys let me know. I'd be more than happy to put in the extra little bit of work to put the shade names in the description box for you. I don't have a lot of links that, I get commissioned from, so you won't really, see a lot of commission links in the description box, but hopefully here soon we'll be manifesting that. But all right, back to the glam. We went in and concealed. Like I said, we're going to veil and everything over that blush. So you see how, it has more of a skin-like, from within kind of, feel and look to the makeup. I absolutely love that. I'm using a powder puff to blend out all of that concealer. It just gives the skin a nice, beautiful texture, and I absolutely love it. This is actually the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet. I cannot remember the shade name, but just like you saw me do in the beginning of the video where I added a little bit of definition into all of those areas, I'm just going to push that definition further with a little bit of a deeper kind of bronze. I wouldn't really say contour shade because this really does give you some chisel. I guess you could say contour in this case, but it's really just a nice, beautiful, deep bronzer. I absolutely love it. I even use it on myself to kind of snatch the face, and I don't know, there's not a lot of good there's good bronzers on the market, don't get me wrong, for deeper complexions, but it's just the undertone of the bronzer sometimes. This is why I love finding products just by experimenting, so I can figure out what works. And for lip velvets to perform like those do, I absolutely love it. They give the skin a nice, beautiful matte texture, and it's one of my favorite hacks right now for applying makeup. Those lip velvets from ABH are so amazing. All right, moving along. These are actually blur bombs from Danessa Myricks, and now we're just going to veil over a little bit of coverage over everything we've done. So like I said, we were underpainting this entire time, and now I'm going to add in a little bit of coverage, and I mixed together two shades from the Danessa Myricks, her blur balm line. And as you can see, it's just melting into her skin, you guys. This is the key to deep skin glam. You have to mix like crazy. When you're very comfortable and familiar with your products, this, can become fairly easy as you move along in your glam process. But please know, our deeper skin is made up of so many beautiful shades, you guys. So honestly, you get a lot of playtime on deeper skin complexion. However, I just really love kind of going in and making the deeper skin pop as much as possible without giving any flashback or anything like that. I just really love making the skin pop, as you guys can see. So that's what we're doing here. I'm just adding in a little bit more highlight from that palette just to bring the glam further and bring her eyes forward a little bit more before we set them, and then blending that out. I believe that's a Morphe brush that I'm using to just kind of stipple the rest of that coverage into her skin, and this just looks absolutely amazing. I kept telling her as we were going, my camera kept stopping on me, you guys. I had to keep charging my battery, but I kept telling her, nah, you look amazing. I cannot believe this is our first time doing glam. Y'all definitely expect Nye back for more content for sure, because her canvas is just absolutely beautiful. Like I had to literally dial back from wanting to do the most and cut the crease, add shimmer, and just literally go in like I normally would for a full glam, because she just really didn't need it. After adding the little bit of makeup, I'm like, wow, like her skin's beautiful. We're literally just punching color into the right places to enhance her natural beauty, and I absolutely love it. So here we are. I'm just cleaning up the nose contour just a little bit. This is that William Tuttle Cream Foundation palette once again, and these are the Easy Bake press powders from Huda Beauty. Like I said, you guys, I like to mix. She has like a beautiful golden caramel undertone, and I just want to make sure that when we set it, we kind of secure that shade in. I don't want to steer away too far from that beautiful undertone that we've created. And then you'll also see me go in and bake just a little bit after we set all of the other areas with that pressed powder. We're going to go ahead and bake with the Huda Beauty loose powder in the shade Peach Pie, and then you'll see me mix that with the Benai loose powder, Dolce. I believe it's in the shade Dolce. And you guys, this just, like I said, it just gives that makeup that extra bit of security that I love, especially during full glam. This is definitely a step that I do not skip for any full glam client that sits in my chair. I typically go in with a pressed powder, especially if you're more on the drier side. I can just use that pressed powder and typically, you know, kind of get away with it. I don't like to pile on a ton of powder if you're typically on the drier side, but as you guys can see how that kind of adds a little bit more brightness for her skin tone as well. She has beautiful skin. I believe she's combination oily like me, so she can handle a bit of powder. But we don't want to do too much, but she can most definitely handle some powder. This is the Scott Barnes Natural Palette. I'm just using this all around the perimeters to clean up, set, and make sure that the makeup is locked into place. I'm also going to set her eyes with this same palette as well. You guys, if you haven't tried the Scott Barnes Natural Palettes or any of the Scott Barnes products, I highly recommend it, especially if you're a pro artist. Like, these are definitely products you need in your arsenal, so highly recommend checking him out. Now, these are some discontinued bronzers from Colored Rain. I'm so sorry for those of you who are looking for a good bronzer to use. These were definitely some of the best bronzers on the market before the brand went out of business. I use them in all of my routines, so I'm pretty stocked on them, so that's probably why y'all will see me use them pretty often. I'll switch between liquid bronzer, but between powder bronzer, I'm most likely using Color Rain. Look, I spent a lot of money on those bronzers before they went out of business and when they were in stock on regular retail, so you know what, I'm lying, she sent me a lot too. Anyways, you guys, going in and just, you know, cleaning up the skin further with this Huda Beauty Easy Bake pressed powder. This is like veiling. Now I'm veiling just coverage over the glam, just to, you know, kind of soften up the skin, make sure that everything just looks softer, really. We went in with a lot of makeup, so we're just making sure that the edges are soft and blended. These are the Vive Muse eye wands, you guys. These have literally become staples in my routine. I literally fly through eyeshadow because of products like these. It's just that cream to matte finish that you get from, you know, products like this. I don't know, it's just, you don't have to worry about fallout. I don't have to worry about spending a bunch of time blending, especially for my style of makeup. Also, you guys, I'm shooting in manual. Please excuse the fact that the video is not in extreme focus the entire time. I tried my best. This is what happens when you do everything yourself. However, I do love the lighting, and I love, you know, I love everything on set today. Like, it worked out perfectly. I just didn't have a monitor to make sure that I was in full focus. However, it still turned out amazing. But I will definitely make sure next time that this is in full focus. As we get through the ending of the video, it'll start to get in more focus. But it's not that bad, is it? Not that bad. All right, going in with that Colored Rain bronzer into the eyes, just to kind of further the contour and add some more definition. And then I'm going to use the Scott Barnes, that's Natural Palette, just to open up the eyes here a little bit. And I'm throwing that right onto her lids. Don't worry, we are going to blend this out, even though I love that tone sitting on her lids just like that. I was like, you know what, let's just blow this out, you know, just a little bit, make it a little bit softer. So that's what we did here. And we're gonna follow this up next with one of my most favorite little techniques to do in makeup, and that's add liner. Adding a wing liner is most definitely one of my favorite ways to, I guess you could say, kind of put my signature onto the makeup. And look at me going in with more definition. I literally, like, once I see it, I have to create it. Like, once I see it, I have to create it. And I think that's why this makeup came out so beautiful today, you guys. I just saw everything before it was happening, so I was able to just throw it into the glam and create it. Now, one thing I love about Nye is she did not close her eyes. Whenever, this is a really good trick for applying a good liner, you guys. Do it while the client's eyes are open. This will give you the most fierce, okay, the most fierce and perfected liner if you can master doing the liner with the client's eye open. Now, here we're tight lining closer to the waterline and the lash line, so she doesn't need to have her eye open, unless, hey, some people can just take that, you know, that you know, blending or tickling or, you know, strokes near the eye. They can handle it. Some people can handle it, but everyone can't. We went off camera to complete the other side, and like I said, some people can handle all of that, you know, work near their eyes, and some people can't. When I went to tight line her upper lash line, this is a Revlon lash curler, by the way, but here you'll see in a second, when I went to tight line her upper lash line, she literally started tearing up. Literally started tearing up, but no worries there, you guys. I told her to stay calm. It was okay. The makeup's literally not ruined. It's not going to go anywhere. This is one thing about my glam. You have to create Teflon skin. Teflon skin will get you literally bulletproof makeup every single time. And I say that because I've had clients during weddings who were able to cry over their makeup and, you know, just, you know, whatever, and the skin still stays in place, you guys. So I was like, nah, just relax. I'm gonna grab my fan. And this is actually a great learning point as an artist, especially if you know how to fix it. So I didn't freak out. I was like, all right, let me grab my fan and get this together, especially since none of the glam was separating. The tears were literally just rolling over the makeup, like literally right over the makeup. So there was nothing to show or nothing to fix. I literally just had to let the tears dry. But once you learn how to create Teflon skin, you guys, that will be, honestly, that will be your best friend in makeup. No matter what style of makeup you're doing, you have to learn how to create skin that is going to stay in place. All right, going in with lip liner. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner. I believe this is in the shade Malt. And I like to mix my lip liners as well. So there's a lip liner from Moira, I believe. I don't know the shade name, but that is one of those TikTok brands that I came across that it honestly performs really well. Really well. Do not sleep on a TikTok shop lip liner, okay, you guys? Absolutely phenomenal. So going in and giving her lips a nice lip line of that, before following up with some Anastasia Beverly. Most of these lipsticks in the kit are either from Anastasia Beverly Hills or maybe even Colored Rain. Now I wanted to test out, this is one of my favorite shades from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a beautiful nude, but I'm gonna blow this out because I don't want it that like bright on the lips. I don't want that like brown classic nude, you know, lip liner that we've seen for the past few years. I didn't want that. So we're blowing that out, and then I'm gonna go in with a bit more of a pinker kind of mauve tone almost, and throw that all over the lips, you guys. We also went in with some gloss later on in the video. I'm not sure if I clipped that out or if I did it off camera, but here we are adding some more of that Moira lip liner. This one's actually a little bit deeper in definition from the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, so I just like to, you know, once I've added on the full lip, go in and clean things up with that one. I am obsessed. Lancome or anyone on the Lancome team, if y'all are ever watching my content, please know I am obsessed with this mascara. I usually get sent products and I use them on myself first, but I was obsessed, you know, just by using it on her. The wand works absolutely beautiful, super flexible. The payoff for the for this mascara is also good too, you guys. Super black, and you'll see me build this up on the top, but the bottom as well. I wanted her bottom lashes to really pop as much as possible, so I go in with a few coats of bottom mascara before we do some lashes and brows. Excuse the angle change here, but like I said, later on in the video, it starts to get more into focus, you guys, and there you see me on the camera. Let me know what you guys think of the hair growing out. I've literally been growing my hair out, you guys. I haven't had a haircut since last December, so we're going on 2 months now. Let me know what you guys think. But here we are going in with some mascara And then back in with the Vive Muse Eye Wand, I was just like, her under eyes could use a little bit of definition, especially if we're giving her like the signature Darian Isaac glam. We gotta add a little bit of definition underneath the eyes. So that's what we're doing here. Look how beautiful her skin looks, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. And once I cut the camera from, you know, on set, I was like, all right, we're done. I realized that I did not show you guys how I set her face on camera. Duo lash glue and some half lashes from a TikTok shop, by the way. But yeah, I realized I did not even show you guys how I set the skin, even though the skin looks like it doesn't even need to be set. I forgot to show you guys on camera, but we used the same prep and set mist that you guys saw in the beginning from Milk Makeup. Yep, we use that to lock in the makeup. And look, I just love that effect of a half lash on her. It worked out perfectly, like absolutely perfect. And I'm just, what you see me doing there is just kind of making sure that the ends are lifted as the glue is drying. That's a really good tip, you know, to do while the glue is drying, is just kind of lift the lashes and make sure that they're not drooping the eyes down. Also making sure that they're clamped to the lash line appropriately. That is a Kylie Cosmetics highlighter, just adding that to the high points everywhere except the cheeks. I do not, one thing y'all will very rarely see me do is add highlighter to the cheeks. I have clients who ask for it. Y'all know who you are. I don't mind giving it to you. Benefit Cosmetics brow pencil, by the way, but highlighter I typically tend to steer away because the clients, I don't know, their skin kind of shines from within. There's some days I'm like, oh yeah, let me add a little bit of glow to the skin, maybe for camera, or things like that, but I typically just don't like adding a ton of highlighter. It's not my favorite step in glam. Back in the day, it used to be like, ooh, loved me some highlighter, you guys, but not my most favorite step now, only because most of the clients don't need it because of the skin prep that I do. So a lot of those products are already underpainted underneath the makeup, so once you set it, everything looks more lifelike and, you know, real. So I don't rely on that step in my routine. I'm just highlighting the brow bone and cleaning up the eyebrow with a little bit of concealer. This is why I do brows at the end, you guys, just to make sure that they aren't, you know, 2 exclamation points to the makeup the whole time. I just love the brows to just blend into the makeup without looking too harsh. And I could have snatched Nye's brow and, you know, pulled and tugged and really gave her a nice snatch brow, but I was like, you know what, I actually like your natural brow shape. I like what we have going on, so we're gonna lock and secure this in. I'm adding just a little bit of translucent powder to the eyeshadow just to make sure that nothing budges. And this is the final look, you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you, Nye, for being an amazing model. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm definitely going to put out some more content for you guys, but I truly appreciate all the love and support this far, you guys. I'm having so much fun creating these videos and kind of being the creative director of it all. All right, you guys, I'll see y'all on the next one.